My Time at Evershine is the latest addition to the popular My Time series, set 3 years after the events of Sandrock. This time around, you take on the role of the governor of Evershine settlement, responsible for building up the town's infrastructure, recruiting settlers, and defending against threats like bandits and wild animals. Sounds overwhelming? Don't worry, we got you. In this video, we'll share what we know so far about Evershine and how it compares to both Portia and Sandrock in terms of story and gameplay, as well as the new Kickstarter updates. With new features being shared on top of the reveal trailer last week, there's a lot to cover. So without further ado, let's start with the story. The world of Evershine is set against the backdrop of a mysterious giant tree that constantly blooms atop a ridge of old world ruins. In this game, the Duvos Empire and the Alliance of Free Cities are in a tense standoff over the Orzu ruins. To strengthen their position, the Alliance has launched the North Development Plan, encouraging settlers to build a new city-state in the northern Eufaula region. If you've played Sandrock before, this plan was actually mentioned outside of the storyline. In this game, you're not just a builder like in the previous ones. You're the governor of a brand new settlement. That means you'll be in charge of recruiting people to join your town, assigning them jobs, and making sure they're happy. Managing all these responsibilities while also building a home for everyone is the main focus of the game. The story will have the same length as Portia, but with a better balance of features. And the side quests will change depending on which settlers you have in your town, making each playthrough pretty personal. A sneak peek of the Sky Sharks has also been shared, and their backstory is something I'm excited to know, especially with Portia's ending. Instead of just managing a workshop like in the previous games, you are now in charge of an entire town. You'll make decisions on who to recruit, what buildings to set up, and which machines to use. You can even play around with who gets the important jobs, but be careful, if you don't take care of your people, the town won't grow well. And don't worry, you won't lose any recruitable characters unless you choose to. A new hunger feature is also in the works, and I'm hoping it won't be too difficult that the genre of the game will become survival, right? I enjoyed the buffs in the meals in Sandrock, so this is something I'm cautiously optimistic about. Then we can have up to 3 settlers who can follow you and help you out with different tasks like fighting or gathering materials. However, if you try to romance your followers while they're with you, it might cause some problems, so be mindful of that. Moving on to building, you'll have the option to either put down a pre-made building or go creative and design one from scratch. The developers are focusing on making sure the city building aspect doesn't overwhelm the main story. Every player's town will look different, so you can make yours stand out. Expanding your town means taking over new land. Sometimes this means clearing out bandits or helping local animals. Exploration now includes swimming, climbing, and gliding. And once the land is tamed, it will provide extra benefits for your town, making it worth the effort. Building relationships with the settlers is a big part of the game. The motto is, let's make a new home together. Focusing on how everyone works to create a better place, no matter where they come from. Romance will go deeper than before, letting you build stronger bonds with 8 core characters. 6 of which are Avery, Ragnar, Tia, Freya, Panna, and then the mysterious Victor. Yes, we don't know what he looks like just yet. What about the other 2? Well, backers will have the chance to vote on 1 bachelor and 1 bachelorette from these 12 characters. The core romanceable characters only mean that they would have a significant storyline, but the developers did mention that they are flexible and maybe we can get another unsure. It has been confirmed that children will grow similar to Sandrock. I am hoping though that they could also do other activities and interact with other villagers, or settlers in this case. Customization will be similar to Sandrock, but with new options like beards, and if they hit a Kickstarter goal, a height slider, which I'm really looking forward to. The developers are still debating whether or not the player character will have full voice acting, but the overall plan is to keep the dialogue system similar to Sandrock. I would love to have my player character have full voice acting for better immersion, but it's definitely not a priority for me. My Time at Evershine has successfully reached its Kickstarter funding goal in just 35 minutes. and then unlocking several stretch goals that will enhance the game's experience. One of the new features is the flirting feature, which allows players to build emotional connections with NPCs faster, without having to wait for story progression. This makes character relationships more accessible and engaging early on. Another addition is the bathtub feature, where players and NPCs can soak, recharge, and gain buffs, offering a relaxing and beneficial gameplay element. The community also gets involved with a player-voted interaction. Players can design and vote on new romance interactions for core characters, and the winning idea will be implemented in the game. Additionally, fans of the series can look forward to a Portia or Sandrock character visit, where backers vote on which character from the previous games will make an appearance in Evershine. This character will have their own storyline, and it will be available to all players, creating a fun crossover moment for fans. And this is something I'm looking forward to since I enjoyed Mint, Ginger, and Gust's cameo in Sandrock. This would also mean an updated model, with realistic proportions on whoever was chosen. Another stretch goal is the new swimming feature, which allows players to explore rivers and enjoy scenic water-based biomes, adding more variety to exploration. Another addition is the Hot Springs Playdate, where players can relax in the hot springs with romanceable NPCs, creating more serene and intimate moments. Backers also get a chance to contribute creatively with a special pet feature, where they can submit their pet designs and one will be chosen to appear in the game. And to make in-game interactions feel even cozier, a pajama set will be added for core romance characters, enhancing nighttime home interactions. Additionally, backers will get to vote on 10 new photo poses for players to use when taking photos with romanceable NPCs, providing more ways to capture special moments in the game. The game will have similar system requirements to Sandrock, so if you can run that, you should be able to handle Evershine too. Platforms will include Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series, with possible support for Nintendo's future consoles and a mobile version down the line. The game is expected to release in the spring of 2026 with a PC version first, followed by consoles. And if you want to be in the loop for the latest My Time at Evershine updates, subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out. So, what or who are you most excited about? Let us know in the comments below. Will Avery be our new Fang? I know I'm getting ahead of myself. If you haven't seen it already, we cover My Time at Sandrock and shared some beginner and romance tips on the channel. So if you're looking for more My Time series content, definitely check this out. See you there and stay awesome, gamers!